Hello, myself. My name's Fallon. I'm the one that's going to be doing our production tour today.
Oh yeah?
Personally, it's one of my favorite tours in the world because of what we're going to get to see with it. It's one of our production areas in the queue. I'll also go into just a little bit of theming so that it makes more sense. This is a production area. Some of the screen use props that we have in this area are going to be these doors. It's this one and that one right over there. They're from, I believe, the library in the first one, the doors. As well as the backdrops that are hanging up above. Those are all from screen use.
Thousands of extras and huge set pieces, all of our equipment, the massive stone artifacts. You know, we actually use real artifacts from the digs in Egypt for a lot of the filming.
And we'll kind of go around this way.
Do a lot more of my
This is our scene 7.
Thank you.
This is where our tap switch is. Pretty much anyone's allowed down here, technically, as long as you're with someone. This is where you're getting off the line. These are each of the unloads. And if you actually look at it over that way, you'll see it come in. Actually, really cool.
Hey, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I was interview a lot more fighting.
And it switches in between to the unload side.
Thank you.
Like one of the many. So this is the desk that we have over here in this site. There's actually some really cool items on the desk that we will give them just a second. Some of the things that we have here is some of the canopic jars that are all around. So canopic jars in the process of mummification are essentially what holds the person's organs. Yeah. Which is kind of why in the movie Imhotep was really, he was really serious about the canopic jars, and like all of the guys in the movie kind of took them when they like resurrected Imhotep. And they were really important to him because he had his heart, his brain, and things like that. And essentially, instead of taking the canopic jars back, he took it from them instead. On the table, there's multiple coins. This one's one of my favorites because it's a Jack the Clown coin. You can see that? It's kind of hard.
Oh yeah.
Up here, we also have confrontation coins and different universal coins, just because this was confrontation before it was Revenge of the Mummy. And then one of my favorite parts, I'll use a brighter flashlight for this, is that's actually a schematic of the ride vehicle.
I have actually never noticed that before.
Yeah, so it says trolley schematic, and it has all of the different seats and like the lap bar mechanism and things like that. So, and then there's like nods to disaster on the table. So it's just a really cool area. Anubis statue. It's one of my favorite areas of the queue. So we'll stand in this corner over here. This is another one of my favorite areas of the queue because it is essentially the story between Imhotep and Anck-su-namun. Are you guys familiar with it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So Imhotep and Anck-su-namun essentially were having an affair. She was married to the pharaoh, and essentially they made a pact that they wanted to be together without him. So they made a pact to kill him, which, as you can imagine, is highly illegal. So basically what happened is in the attempt to kill the pharaoh, they were caught, and Anck-su-namun decides that she's going to sacrifice herself for Imhotep because she loves him. He gets really upset by it. And then we go over this way, and the guards eventually find Imhotep because he ends up stealing Anck-su-namun's body and is able to resurrect her. Eventually, they capture him, and then they do one of the worst mummification processes that is done. I believe it is called the Hum Die. And if you aren't familiar with the Hum Die, I can explain it, but we have littler ears. Essentially what happens is you are mummified alive. You are put in a sarcophagus, and then they dump a bunch of scarab on you. And if you don't know what a scarab is, it is a flesh-eating beetle. So as you can imagine, just because they did one of the worst things that you could do, they did the worst thing that you could do. And then obviously in the movies, Emotep comes back because Evie finds the Book of the Dead and resurrects him. This is kind of one of my favorite rooms in the cube.
Was it based on like a real life story?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming so, just because. And then another one of my favorite details in this room is we don't really know who these things are on the ceiling. But we like to think that one of them is like a sundial. And then in here we have the Forbidden Treasure. And if you go to grab it.
One of my favorite little things in the queue.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite features of the queue, excuse me, sacrifices. This chest right here. A lot of people. A lot of people try to do it just one at a time, and it never works. Just because the directions are quite literally here. So it is evil by one hand, protection by two. So it's kind of fun to try and like partner up with a stranger and try and get them to put their hand on it at the same time, because then you have your weapon, and then essentially protects you throughout the ride.